It's your man, Astrologer. Elevate your thinking, the channel where we speak about astrology. Come on, you know the spirituality. Yeah, you guessed that right. Philosophy, yeah. We're just getting started, so make sure to follow the movement by subscribing. Alright? And if you don't know your Vedic Astrology calculation, if you don't know what ascendant you are in Vedic Astrology, where the planet falls in Vedic Astrology, make sure to check the description box below. I have a link there where you'll be able to type in your information. All you will need is your date of birth, location of birth, and time of birth. You know that, you know your energy, you can find out your purpose, you can find out what you're just meant to do in life. Imagine that. Imagine having the potential to know where you're supposed to be headed in life. That means you can take actions early. That means that now, as soon as possible, you can follow your purpose, you can follow your destiny, you can follow what you was meant to be doing in life. And that's the gift of knowing your energy. That's the gift of knowing your limitations. So make sure to settle that and get that done real fast. And if you want a personal Vedic Astrology consultation done by your man, Chevy Cruz, make sure to check the description. There will be a link to my website. All you gotta do is follow the instructions, and boom, we can make it happen. Now, and in this video, we're gonna be speaking about Mars and Saturn relationship in conjunction or in aspects, and what happened and how these planets interact with each other when it comes in your birth chart or somebody else's birth chart. You want to know this, right? So let's get right to it. Let's go. No, we're still not going. Oh yeah, now let's go. So, Saturn and Mars. See, let's speak about what is Mars. Mars is your energy, and this is energy. Even from the sound of my throat, even though it's controlled, the verbal is Mercury, but the force is Mars. This is Mars. Typing is Mars. The movement, the energy that you have projecting outward is Mars. Mars is just simply physical energy that you have. Physical energy is everything. It's how you move, it's how you get to your job, it's how you go home, it's how you do basically everything in life is energy. Some people have more energy than others. Some people just walk slow or lazy, don't really play sports, don't really exercise, procrastinate a lot. Comes from a weak Mars. Now some people is always out there taking action, moving around. That's Mars. Mars is your physical energy. Now what is Saturn? Saturn is your discipline, your work discipline. It's your work environment. Saturn shows you your limitation. It tells you that you're good at this and you're not so good at this. So if you try to do this, you might not make it. It's like people tell you could be, when you're young, you could be everything in life. In reality, you can't be everything in life. Let's say you want to be a football player at 50 years old. That's impossible. That's Saturn is your telling you your limitations, your reality, your boundaries. How far can you go in life? It shows you your reality. It shows you and it reveals your perspective on reality. How do you see reality? Because my view on reality is completely different from your view of reality. And everybody got their own perspective of reality. But reality is actually this, nothing. There's reality is whatever you wanted to perceive it as. When Mars and Saturn come in conjunction, God, it creates a war zone. Fire, intense person. See, because Saturn is your work ethics. And Saturn is oil. fire, and Mars is energy, and it's fire. You put oil in fire, it causes an explosion. So what happens when Saturn and Mars comes together in conjunction? It creates a war zone in whatever house is placed in. And the thing is, the person is impulsive. The person always want to take action in order for their life to progress. They always out there working in order for the life to progress. But the thing is, Saturn is restriction. Saturn is a slow-moving planet. So what happens is that a person gets frustrated a lot. It causes a lot of frustration in the native because the person wants it now. But Saturn is telling you no, you can't have it yet. See, Saturn in whatever house is placed in, I spoke about this in a lot of videos, it won't give you its significance towards that house until you become mature, until you reach a certain age in your life, until you reach a certain understanding about what is really Saturn doing into your life, what is the reason why you've been restricted. Then once you understand, it will restrict you from that house. You will have full understanding of that house, and it will give you everything and much more towards that house. So it's actually a blessing that is given to you later. But the thing about Mars is, it's like Aries. It has that Aries impulsiveness. It has that energy that wants it takes action. So being in conjunction with Saturn, it makes a person a workaholic always. Because Saturn is machine, Mars is energy. The person becomes a workaholic, but the thing is, they want it now. And whatever they want, whatever they're aiming towards success, whatever field they aiming to, it will come late in life. It will come later in life. But the thing is, once it comes, they're going so far. They're going so far because these are the people who will not stop working. These are the people that work 24/7. When they wake up, they're working. As soon as they wake up, they're working. And if they stay still and they see that they're wasting time, they don't like wasting time. They will get up and move and start doing things, and start working, start doing their project, because they feel like time is money. They feel like for the project to grow, for success, for where they want to be, they need to take action. So the most successful people that you can know, from actors to entrepreneurs, they have a lot of Mars and Saturn. Mars and Saturn makes a machine. It makes a person works out all the time. They just have a ton of energy. They're not lazy. They're a machine, literally. They're built to work. And it can make them a very rude person. That it's not that they're rude, it's that they're very ambitious. And this could lead to a lot of problems in their work field, especially at a young age. Because Saturn is your work environments where you work, your work discipline, your bosses, your servants, and Mars is hot. It's heat in that. So it can cause a lot of conflict in your work environment, where it could beat you to the point of physical energy, which is fighting. So put them arms down, boy. Or Astrologer, you know you're gonna have to fight me, boy. You know, I've been working out. You don't want the sauce. But anywho, let's speak about when Saturn and Mars is mutually aspecting each other. What happens? It's similar, but the thing is, when it's mutually aspecting, for example, like when it's conjunct, it's when it's in the same house. When it's mutually aspecting, it's when they're in two different houses looking at each other. So it's a different thing. They still become that work ethic, they still become that machine, they still become that ambitious person who's out there always taking action and will not stop, will not rest until they just exhausted. It's the same thing. The only thing is that this is a way better position because they're in different houses. So now Mars is just giving his energy, and Saturn is giving his energy to Mars. So now they're sharing each other's energy. But now the planet has space. Now the planet has separation. So between the two axes that Mars and Saturn is in, in those two areas of life, the person will become a machine. They will always work in those two houses. They will always work towards getting those houses perfect. Again, this is like, I've seen it in a lot of people's chart, a lot of successful people. When I see, like, when I'm reading a chart, let's say a celebrity or a regular person, and I'll start wondering, why is he so ambitious? Why is he going so far? Actually, I did a Drake horoscope. He has this connection with Mars and Saturn, and in birth chart and in Navam chart. So if you have this, God, you just keep working, keep pushing. They become like ambitious to be where they want to be in life, and there's no stopping for these people. There's no resting. Like when they reach a certain position, they want to keep going and 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 going. There's just no stop. They're always hungry for more, because success has no limit. They see it as they still haven't made it yet. Even if they reach the point where they're supposed to be, they feel like, nope, I don't feel it. I don't feel like I'm there yet. I feel like I could push the ball even further. So if they really into fitness, these guys will just be like Dwayne Johnson, like a monster big. They will make sure they get the biggest body. They be the biggest one in the gym, if that's what they strive for, if that's what their success aimed towards in life. It's all about where the planets are placed in the chart and what the person's mindset is to succeed. What is their point of view on success? Where do they want to excel at? And if you see this, then you know they're gonna explode. You know they're gonna make it on up there when the time is right. Astrologer, elevate your thinking. Make sure to like, man. Make sure to share, man. Make sure to comment, man, for much more video of astrology, spirituality, and philosophy. Follow the movement by subscribing. Thank you so much. And stay hungry like Saturn and Mars. Feel like a nerd. But you know what I'm saying. Gotta go.